Aloha, Mermaid Nina here. It's a wet, cold day at Disney World. We are headed to Animal Kingdom for this morning, which will be fun. I am short one child. She did get sick today. I'm thinking it's just kind of dehydration, maybe not getting enough food. I don't know what it is, so Daddy is with her. So it's just me and my son today. And yeah, wish us luck because it's been raining all night and it rained all morning and it's very windy, as you can tell, and a little chilly, but it's still better than being at home. So we are gonna go rock out Animal Kingdom. So stay tuned. Where are we going, Henry?
Animal Kingdom.
Are you excited?
So.
So, how come only so-so? Do you miss sister?
I haven't been in it for a while.
Oh, you don't remember which one?
Now you don't need that jacket.
Okay. Well, it's going to be amazing, right?
Yeah.
I had an extra jacket.
Right, we're on the bus.
I'm walking out now.
All right, we're in Animal Kingdom and we are headed to our first Fastpass, which is one of the new experiences where you draw Disney characters over at Rafiki's Planet Watch. So we're gonna go head onto the conservation train to Rafiki's Planet Watch to go draw some Disney characters, which is actually perfect for today because it's a bit cold and windy to be out. So, yeah. Ooh, we're gonna come back for that.
Be sure to watch your children. Asante.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Wildlife Express. Para que tengan un viaje seguro, manténganse sentados, con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Siéntense hasta atrás, pegados al respaldo de la banca. Y por favor,
Sheep and more to sneak peeks at animal care in action at our veterinary, nutrition, and science centers to protect our wildlife and preserve our natural world. This sense of motivation shaped his legacy, from animation to conservation, to the very adventures we offer here at Disney's Animal Kingdom each and every day. As we make our way to Rafiki's Planet Watch, keep an eye out for some of the exciting wildlife we might encounter along the way. That includes here at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Here we go. Getting excited, buddy? Alright. We'll have to come back and do this, okay? So we can get a wilderness badge. Good morning.
Yeah, we'll be here till 4:45, so you have plenty of time to grab a book.
Awesome. We're going to come back. Alright. No. There's a sign over here, buddy, that says the animation experience. This is what we're doing.
Is it outside?
No, I hope not. Good question, though. They had us get papers and pencils. Very exciting.
Since the 1930s, Disney animators have put their pencils to paper in service of the idea that the greatest inspiration often comes from the magic of nature. Walt Disney himself understood the importance of spending time around animals, studying their behavior and personalities in order to create realistic characters and dynamic storylines. This meeting of the human and animal worlds sparked a legacy of storytelling that has shaped our relationship with animals and conservation forever. Today, we invite you to become a part of that legacy as our own Disney artists help you learn to sketch characters inspired by the very animals found here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Get your pencils ready, because here comes our animation artist now.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Hi, welcome. Glad to have you all here. This is the animation experience here at Conservation Station. My name is Mike, and I'm going to be the artist teaching you guys how to draw a Disney character. So, y'all excited?
Sumatran Tigers. This sister and brother have come a long way in the last 2 years. As cubs, Anala was the wild one, independent and filled with boundless energy. But Jeddah, he was a bit more laid back. Keepers say the tigers still have the same personalities, just with much bigger bodies, making it a fun challenge to keep up with them. The keepers make sure the tigers have the opportunity to exhibit behaviors like they do in the wild. The normally laid-back Jeddah springs into action, pouncing and pulling on the bungee. And, as you can see, once is never enough.
So tigers have a really strong sense of smell, and they like to smell lots of different things. This perfume smells like it was probably from the 70s and in someone's back of their closet for a very long time. It smells horrible to us, but the tigers love it.
The team may use a variety of spices as well.
Whenever cats smell something that they like, they'll open up their mouths and kind of scrunch up their nose. That's because they have scent receptors at the back of their mouth, and that allows them to get an even better smell of that scent that they like.
Interactions with the keepers are also part of the tiger's daily to-do list. Anala participates by sitting in a special area, allowing the keepers to get a good overall look at her. Just don't be too slow tossing her a meatball reward, or she'll let you know. There are less than 1,000 Sumatran tigers left in the wild, each as unique and special as this pair. Come to Maharaja Jungle Trek and visit Anala and Jeddah to learn more about them, as well as ways you can help to protect tigers in the wild. Make a good impression by smelling your best, or maybe your worst.
Pretty cool, huh? Now, there are probably 5 different subspecies of tigers out there. There's the Siberian tiger, the Bengal tiger, the Sumatran tiger, which is what you saw here, Malaysian tigers, and Indo-Chinese tigers. Now, Shere Khan is a Bengal tiger. It's a different kind of tiger, but I think For the most part, they're getting into semantics when you're trying to distinguish them. It's a great reference to be able to use for drawing this character. Besides, there's a lot of human characteristics that were tossed into this character to make it look more like the character we know and love as Shere Khan. Let's beginning with this. On our page here we have this, it's actually a large oval. It's not quite a circle, and there's a smaller oval here. The first shape we're going to focus on is going to be the nose itself. Here we go. I'm going to begin drawing lightly, building the shape of my nose on this form here. Going to lightly hack out where I want the shape of the nose to go. The oval's a good start, but we're going to deviate from it a little bit. For the bottom curve of this nose, I'm going to bring it all the way down below. Here. And just below here on our large oval. And then I'm going to curve it up on the well, I guess I can work from the top and get the other side of our nose drawn in. I'm going to bend it over, put a little bit of a bit of a notch on it here. I mean, it seems like it's a little bit more angular when we begin drawing it this way, but there are different sides to it, different facets to it, and the oval's not distinct enough. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and build the shape of my nose here, letting it kind of veer out a little bit on the right, and then I'll connect it way down here to build where we're going to eventually draw in nostrils. It's a very, very odd looking shape you put in the page there, but that's what we're going to work with. Speaking of nostrils, let's go ahead and drop those in here. This little bitty crescent that goes through the entire drawing here, that's going to be pretty much the center mark for our character, center of action, so we'll go ahead and divide that in half here. And that's when we're going to draw this little division for our nostrils. So this for the right nostril. Then I'm going to split it down here to show the focus of the nostril, separating it left to right. And then for that left nostril, we're going to flare it up a little bit. And zip this up and around and flare the shape of my nostril. So there we go. And there we have the beginnings of our Shere Khan and that very huge, large nose. There. Okay, if it is a nostril, we need to show some of the nostrils themselves, little holes underneath. So here we go. Here it is. For the left side, drop it in right there, like a little oval underneath. And for the right side, it's going to be a little narrower, of course, because it's further away. On the other side. And yeah, you can shade that in. Shade in that space for the nostrils. This is the leathery part of the nose. This is the part that it usually stays wet. And it's wet because of a little philtrum below that draws moisture up from the mouth. If you'd like to see where the philtrum is, well, here we go. Just a little bitty mark down below to indicate where the philtrum is below the shape of the nose. And we're going to leave it there for a moment and come back to this in a little bit. Let's go ahead and work on the shapes for the eyes. For the eyes, I'm going to also include one area that might be a crease in his nose. I'm going to draw the shape of the eye, looping it up and over. There. Keep it kind of light if you're not sure about it yet. And use these two guidelines at the top to help us draw the eyes. Nice little curve's going to get it started. From here, I'll even add in the back side of the eye, which is actually going to be a little boomerang-like shape for one of the stripes. So when I drop it in here on the left. And then for the bottom curve of the eye, here it is. So this eye, it's a little bit of a squint going on for this left eye. Gets the shape. In our particular drawing, it looks like Shere Khan his curiosity has been piqued. And so one of his eyes is going to be pushing up, so that's how we're going to draw the other eye with a little bit of a raise to it. So here we go on the right side, working on the shape. Yeah, a couple of these overlapping lines, so that I can go ahead and finish the fur all the way in the bottom here, and then bring it all the way up to the snout and connect it to his lip. So we're going over these marks and defining where we think the hair should go. Now finally on the right side, here it is again. Here we go. I'm going to work some hair on this far right. We don't have as much room to work with, so we'll just use smaller shapes to suggest hair. Still repeat some of the lines you did earlier, suggesting what the hair could look like. And then fine. So where the orange part would be. Above the eyes, across the nose. And remember where the orange area above the ears. That one be shaded in. That creates just a little tonal value. There you go, guys. That's a quick lesson learning how to draw the one and the only Shere Khan from the Jungle Book. Did you guys have fun drawing Shere Khan?
Woohoo!
Did your drawings turn out better than you thought? No. Well, as you're wrapping up those drawings, take a look over there, that far right wall. You'll see Retta Scott and Mary Blair over there. Retta Scott's the first female Disney animator, which is true. And then over there in front of them is Frank and Ollie, 2 of the 9 old men that have animated many of the Disney characters you grew up watching as a child. And then in front of them is the dude over there with his little lap board, with his hair slicked back, a little mustache. You've probably heard of him. I'm sure you have. That's Walt Disney, holding a lap board not unlike what you have right now. Yeah, that's
Mahalo for watching, guys. Nina, out.
I'm scared.
Potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, you're gonna